Would you trust a 30-year-old to rule a country? Plato wouldn't trust a 49-year-old. In the Republic, nobody becomes a philosopher king until age 50, after half a century of carefully sequenced training. Why so long? Because ruling justly requires seeing something most humans never see, the form of the good. Plato's core claim: a regime mirrors the souls of its citizens. A just city needs a just ruler, and justice is not a credential. It's an ordered soul. To order the soul, Plato prescribes Paideia, education understood as soul formation. Paideia, he says, is the guardian of the guardians. Neglect it, and both the soul and the city collapse. Shape it carefully, and you produce a ruler who can legislate from knowledge. Picture the curriculum as an ascending staircase. The first step, from birth to 20, music and gymnastics, shared with every guardian. Music shapes rhythm and taste. Gymnastics disciplines the body. Together they tune the soul. From 20 to 30, military service paired with mathematics, especially geometry. Geometry matters because it trains the mind to move from sensible particulars, this triangle drawn in sand, to the abstract triangle that exists nowhere and everywhere. It is the first rehearsal for grasping the forms. From 30 to 35, dialectic, that's rigorous question and answer reasoning, stripping arguments down to their foundations. From 35 to 50, practical political service. Theory meets the messy world. Candidates govern, fail, recover, and learn what ideas cost when lives hang on them. Only at 50, and only for those who endure every stage, comes the final ascent, the vision of the good and the authority to rule. Geometry is the gateway. Plato notices something concrete. Characters trained in mathematics argue cleanly, track definitions, and follow proofs. Characters trained by sophists, paid rhetoricians, fumble when pressed. Mathematical abstraction is the ladder out of opinion into knowledge. A dialectic then takes that trained mind and turns it on the deepest questions. What is justice? What is the good? What is being itself? Without this climb, a ruler can only legislate from self-interest or whim, mistaking the shadows on the cave wall for reality. One more thing about those who reach the top. Plato grounds virtue in the soul, not the body. Wisdom, courage, moderation, and justice are not gendered traits. If a woman's soul can climb the staircase, she rules. Plato's scheme implicitly admits philosopher queens, a claim worth noticing because it follows necessarily from his deeper commitment that the soul, not sex, determines virtue. But what happens when this staircase crumbles? In Book 8, Plato concedes that even the ideal city decays. The world of time cannot hold perfection, and the decay always begins the same way. Education slips. Once Paideia weakens, the soul loses its order, and the regime slides through 4 inferior forms, each one worse than the last, each one mirroring a more disordered soul. Step 1 down. Timocracy, rule by honor, lovers. Plato points at Sparta and Crete. These are disciplined societies, but their highest value is glory, not wisdom. Their heroes are Homer's, Achilles, honored for wrath, Agamemnon, honored for command, Odysseus, honored for cunning. Each is celebrated, yet each lacks self-control, justice, or truthfulness. Honor is not virtue. Step 2. Oligarchy. The honor lover's children watch fathers risk everything for glory and decide instead to hoard wealth. The soul shrinks to necessary desires. Money rules. Step 3. Democracy. The oligarch's son rebels against his father's thrift and indulges every appetite equally, hungry, idle, luxurious, political, all treated as equals inside him. A disordered soul rules a disordered city. Plato ranks this second worst, which should unsettle us. Step 4. Tyranny. One appetite seizes the throne inside the soul. lust usually, or rage, and enslaves all the others to its service. The tyrant's city mirrors him. One man's craving rules millions. This is the worst regime, ruled by the worst soul. Look closely at the tyrant. He appears to have everything: power, pleasure, no restraint. Plato says he is the most enslaved person alive. His desires multiply faster than any satisfaction can catch up. He cannot organize them, only obey whichever is loudest. He runs a treadmill he cannot step off, chased by cravings he himself created. The seemingly freest man is the least free. The strongest ruler, judged by the soul, is the weakest. Put the two staircases side by side and Plato's architecture clicks. Education builds the soul upward toward knowledge of the good. Its neglect collapses the soul downward into appetite. Each regime is a portrait of a soul. Each soul is a portrait of a regime. The guardian of the guardians is not a person. It's a process, Paideia itself. Plato's wager is severe. Regimes reflect the souls of their citizens, and souls are shaped by education. If he's right, the honest question isn't what Plato's curriculum produced, it's what ours is producing right now.